5, the Canes' massive and ugly meltdown in the Bronx yesterday. CBS 4's Mike Cugno joins me to talk about that. But let's forget about what happened. That's past history. Let's look towards the future. And I know the athletic director at UM sent out a tweet today. What does he have to say?
Yeah, last night he was very upset about what happened. Basically, kind of speaking for all UM fans, he said in a tweet last night that at times this football team was playing in an unacceptable manner, and that includes what happened last night, that 35-3 loss. He says he's committed to excellence alongside Mark Richt, which to me, for all those people out there clamoring for Mark Richt's job, this is telling me that Mark Richt's going to stick around, but I think they do want to see some changes. There was a lot of talk this season about Mark Richt's struggle to call plays, and the offense really wasn't working. I think maybe we actually might see something done about that, maybe hire an offensive coordinator. Richt took the blame for the play calling and the offense last night.
All right, both Malik Rozier and N'Kosi Perry looked awful yesterday, but a lot of people think that Malik Rozier was put in a really difficult situation. He hadn't played in a while.
Right, he hadn't played in basically a couple months and had lost his job to N'Kosi Perry at times during the season. The whole quarterback situation this year really felt mismanaged. I mean, you talk about N'Kosi Perry, Cade Weldon, and Jaron Williams. 3 quarterbacks all had suspensions at some point this year. So, you know, there wasn't a sense of maturity in that group, with the exception of Malik Rozier, who you saw struggled mightily all year, and including last night throwing 3 picks. So really there's the flip-flopping between quarterbacks all year was a big problem as well. Now we'll see if Jaron Williams gets his shot next year. But again, this is a guy who couldn't get on the field when you look, which is scary to think when you look at how Rozier struggled and N'Kosi's off the field actions.
Okay, how much time do the Canes have to fix all these problems? They lost Manny Diaz. This was a pathetic show yesterday. What's at stake for the Hurricanes?
You're right. They got 9 months to figure it out. They're going to play Florida to open their season next year.
Boy.
So here's the thing. So Manny Diaz is gone, but I do think they did a good job of, you know, promoting from within. The Jonathan Packey, Ephraim Banda, I think keeping that defense intact was a smart move. The problem is going forward, you have so much turnover with this team on offense. You lost your 2 best wide receivers in Ahman Richards and Jeff Thomas. There's going to be a lot of turnover on defense, especially that defensive line and in the secondary. So now you're going to have a lot of young players going into that Florida game in roles they've never experienced. So we're going to see what kind of CEO Mark Richt is this year. He's got to take a look in the mirror. That offense has got to change, and he's got to, and you know, the recruiting aspect of this as well. They're somewhere ranked in the 30s and 40s. They got to pick it up. National Signing Day, early February. I know the early period they didn't do as well as they wanted to. Now they have to really clean it up, but it's hard to do when you put a product like you did last night on the field.
Yeah, very disappointing season for the Hurricanes. Mike, thanks a lot. We'll see. Hopefully they'll turn things around. Rudabeh?